Hello, my name is Yuva. I'm from class T27, and this is my YouTube presentation for the emath project. Yeah. To start off, we're asked to input two different values for B and C. My values are going to be 6 and -8. Once you've decided on your B and C values, you substitute your B and C values into this equation, y is equal to x to the power of 2 plus bx plus c, to get all of these, to obtain this list of values. Once you get this list of values, you take y is equal to x to the power of 2 and y is equal to x to the power of 2 plus bx plus c, and you plot this graph, which forms two lines. Blue line for y is equal to x to the power of 2 and orange line for y is equal to x to the power of 2 plus bx plus c. This graph should intersect at two different points. Alright, so for question 3, we are asked to find the numerical discriminant. To find numerical discriminant, you basically just substitute your b and c values into this equation, b squared minus 4ac. A would be the coefficient of x to the power of 2, and then you would get your numerical discriminant. To find x1 and x2 values, you do the same thing. You just substitute your a, b, and c values into this equation that I've written out here, and you would get your x1 and x2 values. One thing to note is that if your discriminant value is a negative number, you will not get x1 and x2 values, so this is what you would get. Yeah. Alright, so for question 4, we're asked to explain how the graph will shift when you use the completed square form of the basic graph equation y is equal to x squared plus bx plus c. The graph would both shift vertically and horizontally within the equation, within the completed square form. C minus b to the power of 2 divided by 4 would determine how the graph moves vertically. To explain that, you can use the equation y is equal to fx plus k, where if k is greater than 0, the graph will move up, and if k is lesser than 0, the graph will move down. And then within the completed square form, x plus b over 2 to the power of 2 determines how the graph moves horizontally, which can be explained with the equation y is equal to f bracket x plus k close bracket, in which when k is greater than 0, the graph moves to the right, and when k is greater than 0, it moves to the left, and when it's lesser than 0, it moves to the right. When the inputted values for b and c are substituted into the completed square form, for example, using the inputs that we have here, it forms the equation y is equal to x plus 3 to the power of 2 minus 17. Hence, the graph would move to the left by 3 units and vertically down by 17 units. And then finally, for question 5, we are asked to explain the changes in solutions for different discriminant values. To find discriminant, we, like explained before, you substitute your b and c values into this equation, b squared minus 4ac. Hence, the solution for discriminant values differ based on the input value. So for every different input you have a different discriminant. When the discriminant is greater than 0, there are 2 real roots. When the discriminant is 0, there is 1 repeated root. And when the discriminant is lesser than 0, there are no real roots. Woohoo! Okay, so that's all I've got. Bye-bye!